Hi everybody, welcome back to Range Reviews. Tonight I've got a friend with me here, Caitlyn, for this Wonder Woman review, which we just saw.
Yeah.
We're going to start out since you're my guest on my show.
Sweet.
Go ahead and give your first impressions of it.
Well, I liked it better than any of the other DC movies I've seen lately, so that had that going for it.
Well, that's not hard to do.
That is true. No, I liked it. I mean, I haven't read like any of the comics or anything, so I don't have that background.
I know a decent amount, but not a lot.
I mean,
about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I know what I've read, but not like I don't have the lore behind me or anything. I enjoyed it. It was, I don't know, it was entertaining, which was good. Most of the other ones have been sort of.
Would you give it a high rank, or would you say it is okay, decent, really good, worth seeing again?
Really good. I would watch it again. Probably not in the. I wouldn't go to the theater again because the prices are good. But I would definitely like.
Well,
Yeah.
besides price, seeing it in theater was enjoyable.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Actually, that was very enjoyable.
And I'm inclined to agree. The best DC movies, the best movie DC has had for a long time.
Definitely.
And I'm going back to Batman. I mean, I like the new trilogy, but
Neutrally was okay.
but
yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
That was the last good DC movies that I've seen, and that was
Yeah, I'd have to agree with
89.
that.
That's crazy. But
DC, get your crap together, jeez.
yeah, and like I said
Oh,
before,
this was-
spoilers. It says it on the thing down there on the bottom. Spoiler alert. So you're gonna know this. But fuck you, DC, on not having an end credit scene.
Come on, man. I
like-
sat through the whole end credits, which I do anyway. But still,
She enjoys the score, and
This
I
is
had no
good.
problem with
It was
that. I
good.
enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
But it's still nice to have a little Easter egg, and
I
you
know.
got Justice League coming
I
out.
know. I was like, come on. There's got to be. And they had the whole thing with beginning and ending with her, like in present day. And I was like,
well,
nothing.
that kind of threw me off too. It
A little bit.
It starts with her talking in the current century, which you know she's there because of Batman and all the or
Right.
Batman v Superman. If you saw it, and if you didn't, thank God you lucked out.
yeah.
But they, how to put this, they take her and let her give the backstory of herself, which she in herself has the backstory, which her mom gives another backstory. So if you realize that, we had three backstories.
Yes, I thought about that when she started telling the
Inside
story.
of
I was
each
like,
other.
dang, man.
And also, I think it kind of gave. I mean, I enjoyed this movie. It's a good movie, but it also gave you
was
the
a
fact
lot
that you
of-
knew she wasn't going to die. You knew
That-
she was. Not, so it's
yeah.
like it gives no weight to it. So
Yeah.
you're like, at the end when she's fighting the villain, like they always do in all these movies.
That's true. It
You're
was like
like,
you knew
eh.
she was gonna,
Yeah,
discover her true powers or whatever, and be like,
exactly. And that it kind of took. It was an enjoyable movie. It was fun to watch. Her Gail Gabbett did a great
she
job.
was good.
Or Gabo or Galbo.
I have no idea how you pronounce her name.
Galbot, so I can spell it right.
Yeah, she did a really good job.
She
I
did-
enjoyed watching her.
She
on
did a great
screen.
job. Chris Pine, as always, was
Well, yeah.
charming and funny. They added him. I really think they just added him for the comedy, but he had a lot of great serious scenes,
Yeah.
and that surprised me. And I was
yeah.
kind of sad. Spoiler, as I said, that at
know.
the end he dies.
I cried.
Which I kind of was wondering if they was going to kill him, or because obviously he's not in the new movie, so
Right. So
I didn't know if they was gonna kill him or have him be like her husband and then died in like he was 40.
'Cause-
He was 45.
Right.
So
I figured he would have.
been dead by then.
Yeah, I mean, he would have been dead anyway. I was hoping,
for a happy ending.
but yeah, it kind of worked well though, like the fact that he died, like kind of for her story arc and how it played out, like it kind
I
of
agree.
like had to.
Like that's what gave her the need to move on was him.
Yeah.
He gave her a little speech at the end, and she was just like, something happened. She got blown up, and she couldn't hear for a minute. And he says something, and then later on, she's able to hear it, which I don't understand that.
I don't know artistic license.
Yeah, basically. And so his death gives her the meaning to move on and to help people, which we've seen before in other movies.
Right.
But it's
Right.
done well here.
I mean, it was. Yeah. It's kind of not. I won't say cliche, but it's a typical
No,
storytelling.
it's cliche.
It's cliche. Okay, we'll go. Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, it was sad, but I think it like needed to happen, sort of.
True. And if you're a fan of Snyder movies and pretty much any other cliche movies, you know, and she called it and I called it, both called two different parts of it.
Yeah.
The nicest guy helping them, I was like, I looked at her and said, it's going to be the villain. She's like, you're right.
Yeah.
And then later on, about 5-10 minutes later, before we knew anything, she goes, it'd be funny if he was Ares, the bad guy, the big bad guy.
And guess what?
He was.
He totally was. And I was like,
was it Ares or was it Magnum P. Ares? Because he had a huge mustache, and that just threw me off for that whole movie.
He did.
Well, not the whole movie, but when he became Ares, they showed him getting dropped to Earth when he's getting knocked to Earth, and he still had the mustache like ancient Greek with a Magnum PI mustache, and I'm like, what?
I was like, really? All right, you don't look like an ancient Greek god, but hey.
And then,
whatever.
well, at least they did let him enter the armor suit, which looked pretty cool.
The armor looked pretty cool.
And you kind of, for a few, it's a dark movie because it's Zack Snyder still,
yeah.
but you could tell he had his hands on it. You could tell he wasn't as hands on as he was with the other movies.
Mm-hmm. There was much less brooding.
Much less brooding, still darkness, but not as much darkness.
Yeah, there was definitely some like light at the end of the tunnel, kind of.
Yeah,
there was hope.
Zack Snyder don't do hope. But I will say this to you too. When the armor came on, it looked really good. Mm-hmm. You really couldn't tell the mustache for a minute, but once he started talking, you could see like the eyes opened up here and had like a nose part, and you could just see that little mustache just sticking out of the front of the thing. And I'm like, I'm trying my ass off not to laugh, but I was so freaking about to cry laughing.
Yeah,
I didn't know if you noticed that or not, but I did.
I didn't in the heat of the moment, but now that you've mentioned it.
In the heat of the moment.
It was an epic scene, I was like,
it was epic, but then you're like, hello, mustache man.
When I rewatch this movie at some point, when I buy it on DVD from, someplace.
It's worth buying. You see her.
Yeah, I would buy it and watch it. I'll watching that scene, it'll just be like, mustache.
Aries wants to offer you a mustache ride. What'd you think of, I forgot, Steve, who was Chris Pratt's character. What'd you think of Steve's entourage? The 3 or 4 guys with him.
They were interesting. Like I liked them immediately, which was good. They didn't come across as just like, oh, here we go, the band of misfits, So they made them like likable, which was good. I did think it was funny once they introduced the Native American character. I was just like, oh look, we have the Scotsman, and we have. I was just like, wow.
Chris Pratt was playing Chris Pratt. I keep saying Chris Pratt. Chris Pine was playing a British character, which is okay. But then he goes, I don't know if I know he's probably talking about white people in general. But he goes.
I thought he was supposed to be American though. She
goes, what happened to your people? And he goes, because of his people. And I think he meant because he was white, not because he was British.
I thought his character wasn't
Americans,
he supposed to be American?
No, he was British. He was British. He was playing a British character, which. Now that you said that, there was no accent.
I was gonna say I thought the whole movie that he was American and he was just working with the British.
There was no British accent. Well, I think he tried in the beginning, and then it was just kind of like it's
his German accent was really good though. I was
impressed. It was
like,
decent. Yeah, he snuck into one of the places and he has this really guttural British. I can't do German accent.
I can't either.
I can only do Irish because that's what I am.
I can go British anytime you want, but I can't do
Really?
German.
You got that bad a teeth? Sorry, my Brit friends. Let's see, what else? The bad guy was, I forgot his name again. Houston. His last name's Houston, but he's in so many movies as the villain, and plays a great villain.
He was good. He was good. I knew that he wasn't the main villain, though. I was like, you are way too obvious, dude. But he was definitely the evil German, like.
Oh yeah, and the only thing I don't like is it never explained what the hell. Like he kept popping these things and smelling them, and it made him super strong.
Yeah, they never explained what they.
Yeah.
It just was like, she was like, I thought of this the other day.
Yeah,
And
I
it was
looked at you and said, "Look, the origin of steroids."
Yeah, they never explained like what they were or what they were doing.
Which could be a
to
deleted
him.
scene, and it just people were like, they don't
That's
care.
true.
Which
Yeah.
would have been true, but
I care.
I'm a movie buff. We're movie
Yeah,
buffs. We
I want to
care.
know things. Otherwise, I have to come up with my own theories.
That's they're saving that for the what they call the Batman one. They're saving that for the ultimate definitive collection.
Oh yeah, the extender,
the extended cut. Yeah,
yeah, the directors, whatever. Like, no.
Let's say. I will say the music, like she said, the music score was beautiful. The visuals when she's first on her island was amazing.
Yes.
That
island was gorgeous.
Oh God, I would love to visit that island.
Yeah,
I know it probably doesn't really exist except in computer generated stuff.
Probably.
But oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I liked the female scientist. Was
She
interesting.
did well.
I wanted to know more about her though.
The villain,
Like,
in the comics, she's got more of a arc, but she's not a henchman. She is a, I can't remember the name of the
she
character.
was so interesting.
For the fans of the comic, the one that has the
mask.
she has the mask half face, which
I wanted to know what made her that way and stuff, and I was like, no.
in the comics it does tell you. But the funny thing about that was the face when it come off. I looked at you and I was like, it looked like she was the Joker.
She did.
She had like the cuts.
It was
like,
very.
I never got these scars.
It was very Joker-esque. Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. She
was compelling.
But
to
they
me,
may leave
though.
her for the second movie because she didn't die. So
That's true.
They might be
didn't-
saving her character. Which,
Yeah, her. She was very ambiguous about what happened to her at the end there. So that's true. Could
and
be.
it left it open for if they do something with her, which I hope they do. But I have a
That'd be
feeling.
cool.
Well, they're not because it's the 50s, so she's probably dead by now. You know,
Probably, but I
know,
mean, if she's a scientist, maybe she
maybe
goes
found a
all
way.
like super serum crazy.
Or maybe they do another prequel.
Like,
because Wonder Woman's been around since '44, so there might be one in the '70s where she comes back. Maybe
that'd be cool.
that'd be kind of cool. Like
that'd be
instead of
cool.
giving a Wonder Woman one off and then coming to present day, which they're doing in
Justice League.
In her next movie, have her in the '70s, and next movie after that, have her in the
Yeah.
'80s, have her in the
I
90s.
would go to those actually.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.
That would be cool.
I'm giving you ideas, Zack
DC.
Snyder. Use them. Stop doing your shit you're doing. I will say, I'm sorry, Zack Snyder, to hear about your daughter, or was it son? It was somebody passed away, and I'm sorry about that. But oh my God, why are you doing these movies? Let's see, what else can we mention? A lot of 44 like German planes and weaponry and stuff like that was really cool.
Yeah.
The action scenes were amazing.
The action scenes were really well done.
Those you can kind of get Zack Snyder-esque with them, but
Yeah,
but that's the
definitely.
thing Zack Snyder does well. Action scenes in life.
Yes. Yes, I definitely agree with that.
I mean, 300.
Yeah.
What was that other one he did real good? Oh my God, there's another. What was the other?
I don't know.
Watchmen. The action
yeah.
scenes. The
Watchmen
action scenes
was
in
good.
Watchmen.
I
The action
liked
scenes
Watchmen.
in. I was okay with Watchmen, but that's a different review.
Yeah,
The 300,
yeah.
but the scenes you see in that, the action scenes are really good. They're bright and sunny, and then he goes to Batman, and
It's like
why? Yeah. And sorry
brooding
about that, somebody
rain
next to us.
clouds. It's just like, dang.
And so it's just like, why?
What is he doing?
Really? I don't know if he's playing. I don't know if he's in his car or give him to his car.
I don't know.
Sorry, people, we're getting distracted.
Like-
There he goes again. Let's see what else. Action scenes. Gal Gadot, like a Gal Gadot, whatever.
Whatever
She
her
did a
name
good
is.
job in her acting ability. She did a good
lot
job
of
with
the-
her emotions.
Yeah, I thought a lot of the acting was pretty good. There wasn't anybody that I was like, oh wow, okay. Not that I can think of anyway.
Yeah.
All the main people I thought were fun to watch. At any rate.
Okay. Final
Yeah.
thought. What did you think as a
Yeah.
whole?
As a whole, I would definitely recommend going to see it. I as far as like the DC movies of late, this is definitely a highlight for me.
I
That was
agree.
enjoyable to watch.
After the last two we've had, I think three. I keep thinking there's a third one I didn't like, but out of Batman v Superman and Man of Steel,
yeah,
I hated both those. I have reasons I hated both of them. It's in different views, but this movie really changed that for me, and I really liked it. So
I have hope.
I have hope that I don't have hope for Justice League because he's got his hands all over it. He directed that.
Yeah, I don't know about Justice League.
I don't have hope for Justice League, but this one was really good.
This was good.
So thank you, folks. Join us next time. Have a good one.